So I get asked this question quite frequently, especially on Instagram, about my Olympus 35 RC. Now, if you look at the camera, you can see that being a vintage rangefinder camera of this size, it doesn't come with an inbuilt flash. So I get asked, well, what do you do for flash? Do you recommend flash? What do you do in low light? What do you do when you use it in parties or indoors at night? Do you use your tripod, use a self timer and use long exposure? And the answer is flash, obviously. Anyway, so when I do need a flash, there are two options that I go for. I'd use something like this. This one's called Fotomatic 160, small and lightweight, but they're very effective. This one, for instance, if I just mount it on the RC, you can see that it doesn't add that much of a bulk to the RC. It's sort of streamlined, kind of matches the thinness of the RC. The thing is, while this can be mounted on the hot shoe and triggered by the hot shoe, it doesn't have a sync cable, so it doesn't take advantage of the fantastic flash syncing abilities of the Olympus 35 RC. The Olympus 35 RC has a Flashmatic system that allows it to sync with the flash at all speeds, so you don't have to worry about, flash sync speed. It still works, but you have to make sure that you manually set the flash to suit what the situation is. And it's got a nice little guide at the back there that tells you what's what. Let me just turn that on. Can you hear that? That's that old school flash sound. Oh, I love that sound. Anyway, so the other option is this one. It's the National PE 170. It's sort of a different form factor to the Fotomatic. It's not as thin in that direction, but it's thin in that direction. It also has all the exposure guide on the side in case you don't have a camera that can sync with it. But what this does have is a sync cable that plugs into the RC and takes advantage of the Flashmatic system. So all I have to do on the RC is set the dial to flash, and the camera takes care of the settings automatically. That's absolutely fantastic. Basically, the RC will pick the correct aperture for the shutter speed that I select. So basically, it's working in shutter speed priority mode when that's plugged in. I turn that on. Ah, I love that. So sounds like I'm being zapped by X-ray. So there you go. Wind the RC, compose. It does have that sort of classic 70s feel to it, and when you have it suspended around your neck, it sort of hangs that way, and it makes you look like one of those old school photographers, and it gives you the extra light that you need. Again, I don't usually use flash, but if I'm desperate or I'm in a situation where I really do need the flash, then these two flashes come in really handy. And another thing about these flashes is that both use AA batteries, so I have hundreds of them around, and you can have rechargeable batteries or what have you. So there's my solution. Hope that's been helpful. I've left the names of the flashes in the description. You can find them on eBay quite easily, and yeah, good luck.